Hello, guys, and welcome to the Open Division Pacific Playoff Tiebreaker. I'm your host, Daks, and we are going to be getting into the action in just a bit. AKIHABARA ENCOUNT versus NGVEB. If you were able to catch that NGV broadcast from way back, well, that's a newer logo. It's still one of their old logos. But hey, it's now Musketeers over that Hearts, and the heart-shaped box might be opened for this upcoming best of 3. So yes, guys, the next match is gonna be only a best of 3 as the official rules state. And we'll see what the best of Japan versus the best of C have to offer into this one. AKIHABARA ENCOUNT has been a long-time crew in the Japanese scene, always there in the top echelons, and we'll see if this is going to be their ticket into the playoffs. In the meantime, NGVEB, honestly, the scrappiest bunch that I have ever met. In full disclosure, these guys are some of my... And honestly, there's some of my biggest friends in the region that isn't from the PH scene. And yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting one. It seems like we are gonna start things off on Ilios. And we're gonna be checking out who's on what roster. We got Mason Clank, Solo, Tomu, Set, Maffin, Max, and Mazlas on AKIHABARA's side. In the meantime, for NGV, it's Vip Steps, Yuri's Infectious Savior, Hideak, Heikot, Mario Main, as well as Oputo on that roster. But we'll see who's gonna be actually playing and who'll be playing into the playoffs. So guys, it's just one more day for the playoffs, and I'm going to tell you already, we are going to cover it here, and I know I'm going to be working also with Far East Society, who's also going to be casting some of the matches too, so there'll be 2 streams, basically, just a quick little heads up already. In the meantime, let's check out those maps yet again. Can be Ilios, Oasis, and Busan, map number 1, map number 2, King's Row and Bonnie or Eichenwald, and map number 3, the Escorts, Dorado, Rialto, as well as Havana. Seems like our teams are getting ready to go, and it's time to get into that first match. Ilios gonna be our starting point, and the first team rather to win 2 maps can take this one, and we'll take that 16th slot. Damn. Flub already at the start, but we are going to get into Ilios. It's time to get in the game, and it seems like we are going to start things off on Ilios. Well, going to be interesting to see what these teams have to store and are in offering to us right now. So welcome, guys. There you go. Audio should be up. We are going to be getting ready into Ilios. AKIHABARA ENCOUNT. It's not a typo, it's really their name. On the blue hand side, NGVEB on the red, the Electric Boogaloo, the second coming of the NGV squad. And they made the playoffs before with a similar roster, and they're going to be doing so again. So confirmation on the players here for both sides. AKIHABARA ENCOUNT's gonna be going with Mason, Max, Tomo, Mazla, Solo, and Maffin. In the meantime, for NGV, it's gonna be Vips, Savior, Keikot, Step, Yuri's, and Hideak. So first things first, AKIHABARA ENCOUNT. I've seen these guys multiple times in Japanese scene. There were times we were able to scrim them as well. And they've always been at the top echelon, as I said, of the Pacific scene. But they're gonna need a little bit of a push and a shove to do even better. And this might be it. They'll be proving their worth. They were the original 16th slot, but with all the conundrums going on with the playoffs, with the seedings, with the regular season, especially the disqualification that allowed NGV to take this seed, well then, it is going to be a brawl here and now on, well, to start things off. Interesting enough, it's Ryan Diva on both sides, pretty much has been established as a good brawl composition and many control map. Mason going for the fire strike, actually getting at 19% already. Trying to bully Hideak, here go with the stun, not gonna be enough. Bio grenade now tossed out here by Vips, but Max with first blood is able to take care of Hideak. Seems like AKIHABARA ENCOUNT able to get that first isolation play. Diva versus Diva duel already. There we go, D-Mech on the step. And just a good speed boost in there from AKIHABARA ENCOUNT. AE gets a push on. Mason getting some good value with the fire strike. And the blue hand side with that initial capture. Something that is very interesting into the setup. No Orisa on either side. We are going to see that Ryan Diva, and you can already see the transition to move on over onto the safer side away from the environmentals. Allows both sides to brawl at an even pace. In the meantime, yes guys, if you are coming in for Pugs, it's going to be on Monday because we're covering the playoffs tomorrow and on Sunday. This is a special one. Happy Valentine's Day. Hope you guys had a good date or two with yourself, with your loved ones, or whoever it is. Anyway though, AKIHABARA ENCOUNT getting the starting pick off yet again. Mafid popping off, popping heads the McCree. Such a potent pick right now. You can say one of the best DPS in this patch that are available to AKIHABARA ENCOUnt, trying to go for the push. And there you go again, Tomo with those ice walls separating everyone. Vip's gonna get taken down, and Step trying to get on outs. Can he actually stay alive? He's so low on that HP, making sure that he won't get shot down by the McCree at any point in time. And in terms of positioning, Solo going for the scout. You can see the Lucio all the way high up above, making sure that the flanks are going to be covered all throughout. In the meantime, though, there we go again with a little bit of the sound wave action. Nano boost and the data available though for NGV rotation here, and now courtesy of Hidia onto the high ground they go yet again. And this is such a different dynamic you can see on Ilios. Well, you don't usually see this position in the older patches, but now with the Ryan versus Ryan action, both sides are hogging that wall like there is no tomorrow. Freeze now coming online, K caught from above, gets the Deadeye onto one, and Tomo in the meantime tossing that Blizzard up as well. AE playing that isolation, playing the game of zone so far. Right clicks are Banzo, Tomo trying to go for a target or two. Max right now does have that self-destruct, and we might be seeing a big bomb here and now from that Blue Diva. Step coming close to their own self-destruct, but it seems like NGV is able to get a point onto the objective itself. Step Fury's getting on the board, and this is going to be an overtime push here and now. Z-Mech onto Max. Overall, NGV able to clean things up. Solo does get a poop onto Yuri's, but overall, yes, the red hand side with the take. They needed this. They needed to come back into this one. Make sure that they don't get tilted at the very start, because this is a best of 3, guys. It's not a BO5 as per standard in the open division. This is a lot shorter thanks to the rule sets. And both sides, of course, I believe will not get any map wins in terms of the stats, but it's just so amazing that after all the circumstances, both sides having the most even bracket. Now Shadow now coming in from Mason, and Hidia getting isolated, getting taken down. Self-destruct from above. Solo even going for the Sandbagger just in case. And AKIHABARA ENCOUNT just encountering just a pretty weak opposition by this point. Good ISO play yet again, courtesy of Tomo. Boop onto the corpse of Vips. K-Caught going down. And it's the blue hand side of Japan. Oh, Saber getting a boop onto Mazdas. Can he actually do more? Here comes the 1v1 between the Lucio, perhaps. No, Solo disengaging. Going back to the point. And then right here, right now from Mappin, trying to get the charge on. Nozomi is there, but Yuri's still gonna get shot from behind. Saber trying to do his best, but it just isn't gonna be enough. And AKIHABARA ENCOUNT dominating the fight will get this first map win. So if you guys are asking, of course there is a delay to the stream. It is 3 minutes, and at the same time, who's covering for FES? Well, you're gonna be having to find that out tomorrow. No spoilers here, but I've been working with Premiere basically to setting things up, and we have a number of teams who have agreed, so make sure to check that out. It will be a little dicey, it will be a little tough, but hopefully it goes well. And honestly, here for NGV, they're looking for this to go well in their side. So story right here right now is they were at the cusp on round 12 and they lost a heartbreaking 2-3 against Giant Lynx, and that pretty much put them out of playoff contention. But then they got the default win after the DQ on that team that they faced off earlier on. We actually have a stream of that, and they were able to get thrust onto the 17 slots, tied with AKIHABARA. But so far, AE showing that they do deserve that 16 slot. We'll see if NGV can turn things around. As now into Lighthouse we go. It's standstill maneuver. Interesting to see two hammers actually swinging at the distance. If you see that in any kind of medieval warfare, you're going to be thinking, why are these two guys bludgeoning the air? But the real meat of this composition is gonna be either Maffin or K-Caught, but K-Caught going down already. NGV in a prime spot to get to point first, gonna be putting that Lucio on the objective, and without that speed, Yuri's will get caught mid-transition. Here comes AKIHABARA ENCOUNT already. Sure, they gave up the point first, but they are out for blood. They get 2 kills so far. Wants to go for that Diva, yes, Step quite low already, trying to disengage Mazless with the Bio Grenade, gets the Nano Boost in time. And the blue hand side gonna be able to get this capture. So honestly, really good start here from AKIHABARA. Sure, they give up 10%, but what is that in the scheme of things? Absolutely nothing. Maffin even going for the hunt. Savior has been playing a little bit of the Reddit so far. After that first round, he was able to get some good boops from behind, but might not be the best to do here on Lighthouse, because NGV struggling to actually get in position. They are up on top playing the slow route. Ice Wall is there right here, right now. Nanoboost onto Tomo, and here comes the Nanoboost onto Hidia as well. Freeze though onto the Reinhardt, and Mapping, charging that Deadeye from above yet again, gets the teammate. 2 tanks falling to the McCree ultimate. And another wipeouts here from the side of AKIHABARA ENCOUNT, just surfing on the corpses of NGV EB so far. Maffin even going for the hunt. Will this be a swap? No, goes back to that high ground here and now. And what can NGV EB do in this scenario? One thing that they can do is really find a way to put Maffin off his perch. If they're able to just bully the McCree at any point in time, then they will have the advantage. But instead, they are going to go for the push onto the points. Good Ice Wall though coming in. Sound barrier right here, right now. But it's just not going to be enough. Solo instead fragging out. Beautiful shatter there from Mason. But at the same time, Kidiak doing the same. Counter sound barrier here from the side of AKIHABARA. And a multitude of ultimates now to the point. Self-destruct in behind. Gonna fall on down. Yuri still being bounced around. And AKIHABARA Encounter just showing everyone how it's done. The world ends with you perhaps, but the world of NGV ending in the hand of AKIHABARA ENCOUNT. One last chance here for NGV. They swap things over to that Reaper. See if you're gonna be playing that Lucia, but so far it has been all blue all throughout. Can they turn things around? Can NGV get the flip? That's gonna be the real question here. It's teleportation perhaps, not gonna go for the shadow step. Ice Wall right now. Sightlines are blocked. But Yuri's actually gonna get flashbang there, trying to move on in here, and now we'll get frozen up perhaps. Ice Wall there as well. And Maffin with the Deadeye to boot yet again. It's gonna be a wink and a thrust, but oh, from behind, Step gonna get the micro missiles on. 2-for-1 trade so far, still a chance here for NGV, but it's looking pretty dicey because Mason, Nana boosted up. Here comes the heroic sacrifice of Hidiak. Max gonna get the kill, but it's too late to save their Reinhardt. But overall, AKIHABARA ENCOUNT bullying the Lucio, looking for that frag. 2 kills so far. Will it be enough? The doofus from NGV, too late to the party. And AKIHABARA ENCOUNT winning that one by storm. Will they take that second map and end our night early? That's going to be the real question. The play of the game does go over to Max. And we'll see how that went around. What is this? Goes for the thruster on in, and yeah, just shoots everyone basically, gets a few boops as well, runs people over, and a well-placed effort there from the D.Va. 3 environmental kills actually. Right now, AKIHABARA ENCOUNT just looking really solid so far. It was just a masterclass for them in terms of execution. It feels like NGV just a step behind in a few instances. Pardon my tongue, pardon that pun. But honestly, it really is more or less their rotations getting caught. Hidiak, especially getting ice-walled around is on that first map. And a little bit of that speed boost desync really hurting their chances. But right now, it is going to be NGV's pick. And let's just check that map graphics yet again. There you go, Ilios going in favor of AKIHABARA. We will still have Hybrid and Escorts. Possibly, potentially, and statistically most likely gonna be King's Row into map number 2. So in the meantime, what's been going on, chat? What's here? What's happening? Hope you guys are enjoying this, and this is just a taste of what is to come tomorrow. So I hope you guys can share all of that, share the stream, all like, and we'll be starting from the very first. We'll be starting from the very first round till the end. Now, of course, I'm not the one hosting the lobby. Remember, guys, this is not an official stream. I've been talking to Blizzard, sure, trying to get things done, but this is still a community one, so we can't really take control of how things are stepped up. We can ask them later on, maybe especially for tomorrow, but beyond that, any suggestions you guys have are quite helpful. I'll be checking out the chat later on and make sure that you guys are happy. And I've been fiddling around with a lot of technical settings as well to make sure that this stream is a lot better in terms of how it looks from the previous ones we've had. But honestly, 2019 OD has been a lot of fun. Sure, I got only to do 5 out of 10 games, but we're trying to make this project a real thing, and hopefully some better coverage onto the second season really soon. And you guys can register for that right now. I think it will start at the end of the month. But beyond that, talking else about Ilios, it really just was AE able to find their footing a lot quicker, and it was such a good show there from Maffin and Mason. The McCree as well as the Reinhardts able to dominate basically. And now we are going to go into King's Row. AKIHABARA ENCOUNT going to be able to pick if they are going to go for the defense or the attack first. King's Row, of course, will be the map of choice for pretty much any kind of team looking to make a name for a future for themselves. Why is that so? Because it is truly the D-Dust 2, the most popular map of Overwatch to begin with. Now we're waiting on for NGV if they are ready to go. Do or die time, honestly, here for NGV. They will be on the defense first. It seems like AKIHABARA and Count looking pretty confident after that Ilios quote-unquote warm-up. And what can Vip's Savior, KCOT, Step, Yuris, and Hidiak bring to this table? So real trivia here. Vip's Savior, KCOT, and Yuris was in that first iteration of NGV. They still have the same coach actually. He came back to Mr. Gumby, and they do have some really good additions with Step and Hidiak. Step, of course, being one of those Team Hong Kong World Cup players. Yuris was Team Singapore, and Vips and Savior were part of the top 12, I believe. KCOT for Team India. And if you guys want information, Team PH coach, yeah, let's go. But it's time to get into King's Row. Seems like the map has already started. And do or die time, as we said, NGV, EB on a tight rope. Gonna be a noose really tight by this point. Their necks just on the line here. Let's get into the action. Let's get into the map as we start things off into the streets of London. So welcome back, guys, to the game itself. Overwatch still looking pretty similar, pretty familiar to everyone who has seen King's Row in the first place. The statue of Mandata, this orb absolutely glowing. And in the meantime, Vip, Savior, KCOT, Step, Yuris, Hidiak basically gonna be playing the same thing. And how is this gonna go this time here for the Mixed C squad? They're mostly Singapore, sure, between Vip, Savior, and Yuris, KCOT from India, as we said, Step and Hidiak, I believe, from Hong Kong. Step for sure. Hidiak is either Hong Kong or Taiwan, so someone can, someone can correct me on that. And of course, AKIHABARA and Count's a very close-knit Japanese team looking to win this map by storm and go face off against Bayaba at #1 seed. Right now, I'm still trying to figure out which match we're gonna do first tomorrow, and it might actually be the winner of this versus Bayaba in terms of just having that consistency, having that storytelling. But in the meantime, let's go into the action. Mason out in front, but Mappin already gets a kill on the Vips. What a start here for AKIHABARA and Count. They get 3 frags so far, and this is already the first point defense just collapsing from the trickiest of all towers. It's like you build a skyscraper, but the foundation is made out of crackers and glue, and with one swift kick, one shot from the revolver, that Peacekeeper, gonna be able to allow AKIHABARA and Count to get the capture within the 1 minute mark. So far, it's looking like a stomp. We'll see if NGV can turn things around. If I knew one squad that could be scrappy enough to do it, they can be the ones there. Anyway, though, there we go, the Boop Step. Just trying to get a step onto that high ground, but Solo says, no, this is my spot. I'm flying solo here and now. In the meantime, though, Hidiak gonna be out in front, tossing that far strike, but Mason just having that advantage, honestly, over Hidiak. 71% to 22. Good start so far here, not from AKIHABARA. Brawl between the ice walls, double charge here and there. Yuri still fire grenade up, and Maffin again getting the frag. This McCree looking unstoppable so far, absolutely godly. But Hidiak and Yuri's playing the CQC game. That is gonna be 2 frags on the board, and NGV EB will not go down without a fight here and now, guys. Massless trying to get on away. Nano boost available here for that Ana. In the meantime, though, yeah, Vips gonna be having that Nano boost available. Savior will go for the taxi, quickly bringing KCOT back. Good on him. He's not gonna be suffering through that New Delhi traffic. But back into the action. The payload actually can get pushed here to this corner. NGV giving up the bar without a fight. Will be backing on out, making sure to respect the position here. And Savior gonna go for the soundbar. Offensive push here from NGV on the defense. And a quick disengage there from AKIHABARA, saving that amp it up. Seems like they were not caught napping. And NGV is able to stabilize by the corner by this point. That was one ultimate blown already. Maffin in the meantime going for that Deadeye, looking to get the lock on. Will he get the target? Ice wall, counter ice wall, and lifting the McCree up. KCOT will go down. One play there from Maffin and Somo. Here comes the Blizzard though to try and turn things around. And will this be the stopping point here for AKIHABARA and Count? Can NGV turn things up in their favor? Self-destruct into the backline. Fire grenades are there, and boom goes the Dynamites. But AKIHABARA and Count having the 3-man advantage so far. Shatter available here for Maffin, but he already knows that their push has ground NGV. And every step they take, the walking from AKIHABARA and Count, just quaking the soil, quaking the earth as they go. Mason leading the charge. payload gets captured, a second point taken here by AKIHABARA ENCOUNT, and 5 minutes on the clock. Everything looking really good here for the Japanese squad. Yeah, Vip's going for the top up quickly. Step gonna be on that high ground. In the meantime, the Ana trying to go for that nano boost yet again. And Vips and Maslas have been pretty on point with those nano boost timings. They really have those combo potentials. But Mason again with the shatter! And from above gets the stun, gets the takedown. 5 goes down, stagger onto the Diva. And a team kill has been unleashed. Let's check that one out real quick again. What happened there? Was that another ice wall there from Tomo? It seems like it was that high ground, maybe the ice wall from Yuri's actually lifting Mason up in the first place. But here we go with the Deadeye. Sound Barrier as well beats Deadeye. Actually an interesting combo. Usually get the beat plate, but no Genji in this fight. Reaper right now from KCOT. Spawn advantage in favor of NGV. They're playing close, but Maffin again with that takedown. Mason with the charge Vips onto the right hand side. And AKIHABARA ENCOUNT looking so good, but they lose Max. As we said before, spawn advantage, a big factor. It's so quick for NGV to regroup. Sound Barrier though here from Saver already. Yuri's actually getting the Blizzard on, and Mason frozen up. Counter freeze, Yuri staying alive though. Buy grenade is there, but the Mei with a sliver of HP still in this fight. Somo though from behind. And this might be AKIHABARA ENCOUNT looking for the reset. Max interesting enough swaps over to that Wrecking Ball. But overall, it seems like finally the avalanche has been stopped by the rock that is NGV. But this snowball looks so large from the top of the mountain. It seems like Everest has been quaking with all that snow. And from the summit to the plateau, this has to be NGV making no more mistakes for the next 3 minutes and 10 seconds. They don't want to allow AKIHABARA ENCOUNT to get the capture here. It's gonna be so difficult for them on that second round. But here goes the Deadeye yet again from Maffin. Speed boost now, trying to chase after Vips. And the Ana too late to the party, missing the sleep dart, really clocking his demise. There we go with the Panda Hammer already. Max going for the sweep on in. They're fighter jets here and now, and they're called Divas. Step and Max brawling yet again. Here we go with the nano boost onto Mason, brawling as much as possible. And this is a nano boosted Reinhardt holding on to that shatter. Will it be enough? 3 frags on the board here and now for AA. Vips Savior trying to get close. Step so close as well to that self-destruct, but not gonna get it. Z-Mech on out, fire grenade on points. The payload being pushed. Hideak now charging into his oblivion, and down goes the Reinhardt from behind. Kane caught sleep dart into that teleport, and that is just so unfortunate for that poor Reaper. Can't even react whatsoever. Yuri's buying time. Step gonna do the same. Perhaps he needs the thrusters, but doesn't make it. As a good boot from Solo, gonna shut things down. 2:16 on the clock, but AKIHABARA has shown that they are not here to play. They are here to win it all. And honestly, the 16th slot looking so competitive if AA can really take it here. What a match so far, and has been all AKIHABARA for the past 2 maps. They have truly shown that they do deserve to be at the top of the top. They have always been really in playoff contention from what I remember, and have always been really one of the teams to not only scrim against in the higher echelons of the Pacific scene, but also one to watch out for. Will this be their season? That's gonna be the real question here. But can it? But right now, let's root for the underdogs. NGV EB. They have to get the full cap, they have to force the second round, and as much as possible, they will want to get a bigger time bank compared to their opponents. Seems like though, the McCree hasn't really been panning out for KCOTs. Maffin as well as Tomo able to outlast the DPS line, and especially the creativity from these two. Remember that's Ice Wall to lift Maffin on up, the Deadeye gets the lock on, and overall it has been AKIHABARA ENCOUNT supporting Maffin in those times where the McCree is just walking tall, looking to be in charge. The speed boost from Solo doing so much. Ryan Diva right now from Mason and Max. Will we see a little bit of a variance here for NGV? Seems like it's not the case. Hideak and Step. Ryan Diva yet again. And let's get into this one. Seems like just a little bit of a... Oh my god, it's scary. I hear gunshots actually outside. I don't know. Well, the thing is there is a military camp nearby to where I stay, but hopefully everything is safe. But let's just keep up with the Overwatch instead. So there you have Mason setting on up. Max gonna be in behind. Good transition though here and now from NGV. Playing as a unit, moving over to the hotel. And to the high ground they go already. Looking to move around. Fire strike right here, right now. Might actually be fireworks because from the quantity of it. But here comes AKIHABARA going to the high ground as well. Tit for that situation. NGV dropping on down. AE looking to stay on this high ground. But Savior actually catching out Muffin. Surprise, surprise. This time it's NGV putting on their notice. Sherlock Holmes gonna be wondering how that one went. But NGV be playing the same game as AKIHABARA. A quick cap going in their favor a minute on in. Just gonna be a little less as Max decides to suicide onto the points. Overall though, very impressive here from NGV. They have shown they can still keep up with the fights and puts one into the squared circle. It's 5:15 on the clock right here, right now. Vip's the closest to get an ultimate. It's gonna be that nano boost. And this time, Mason is just on par with Hidiak, so NGV able to just roundabout with that ult economy. So far, so good here for NGV. They are gonna go for the push with Savior actually on payload duty. So right now, Vips is trying to slowly but surely get that nano boost available. Sneaking around though, trying to play a very aggressive on. Will it pan out here for the NGV squad? Bar grenade from behind, gonna get 3, and Hidiak has to bump up because the sacrifice of Diana will go in vain if this is gonna be the case. Shat connecting onto the baby diva, killing her on the spot. And Super 1 trade so far, make that 3 as Massless gets run over. Step as well, ready with a self-destruct, and a very creative play there from NGV, panning out in their favor. So just check that one out, the Shatter actually reaching the diva from so far away. But NGV given the opportunity, given the breath of life, courtesy of Mr. Vips. And Diana right now gonna be back into contention, back with the rest of the squad. 3 ultimates right here right now for NGV. How many here for the side of AKIHABARA? They're gonna let rip 2 already. Nanoboost even onto Tomo. And that's a very interesting target, the main. Not really gonna get much done. Step D-Mech though, self-destruct onto the right-hand side. And oh, that looks really awkward here for NGV. They could have gone for the self-destruct play just to force out some barriers. But right now, they are running out of tools because Series goes for the Blizzard with a disadvantage. Savior looking for a kill. Quad shot gonna be important. Gets the boop. And Hidiak able to get that smite on. Sleep Dart though from behind. Mass is gonna be there. Brawl onto the points. That payload gonna be a witness to all that action. There we go with the boop yet again. Vip's gonna be onto the behind. Solo right now dancing on that payload. Mass is so far away. But Step is back into contention. The 2 supports try to survive, try to stay alive. And a sound barrier here allows Mappa to pop off. 2 frags on the board right now for the McCree. Uncontested means that these shots are gonna connect onto your hulls. And Maffin right now turning things around. Can the McCree stay alive? Seems like it's the case. Disengage here from NGV. And we'll see if the C team can get this one back. Anyway though, the blue hand side having that Shatter, having that sound barrier. In the meantime, how many ultimates here for AKIHABARA ENCOUNT? That is going to be cash money, really going their way. Ult stocks on point here. Invest now in the Japanese yen currency. 4, make that 5 ultimates coming online here for AKIHABARA ENCOUNT. Sound barrier though from Savior yet again. They are going to go for that very offensive early sound barrier, but a shot connecting on 2-1. Self-destruct actually killing Savior on the spot. But here we go with the nano boost to Tomo yet again. Counter nano boost onto the Reinhardt. And I love how he plays that Blizzard. He's able to use the Ice Fall to make sure that the DM from Step will not come at any point. Snowball will not get even here. And Step, one of the best players I know that can react with that defense matrix in the open division. So Tomo doing their homework. AKIHABARA ENCOUNT is working really well together. 2:16 now on the clock here for NGV. This does mean they're running out of time to take that advantage. They're running out of time to take this map. We'll see though how this is gonna pan out. KCOT does have that Deadeye available still, but they haven't really gotten much success out of the McCree ult compared to Maffin and AKIHABARA. But the rotation here for NGV worked out before. Will it work out again? That's gonna be the real question here. Hidiak gonna be out in front already. Flashbang coming online. KCOT now charging that Deadeye for quite long, and Mason will get that Reinhardt shield shattered. D-Mech though onto Max. The mate tried to stay alive, but this is Tomo frozen up, sleep darted. But surprise, surprise! AKIHABARA ENCOUNT gonna be able to get 2 kills on the board, make that 3. It seems like NGV just taking way too long to try and kill that Mei, and it may be there and there. It just took way too long. It seems like Tomo has called the attention of everyone. Hey, I'm here, I'm the dinner bell! And even slowing down Step and his remake by the suicide. A minute 12 on the clock with Step coming on back. This will put them at the sub 1 minute mark here for NGV. And honestly, this is going to be one last dance. One last ride for the NGV squad. They've said it before, they are coming on back. They're trying to make the playoffs. They're trying to make it 2 trials to contenders. But this might be the nail in the coffin for their dreams if they are unable to win out this next clash. AKIHABARA ENCOUNT was already slotted the 16th slot before, but circumstances have made them play this match. Will it be enough? Will AKIHABARA show that they truly deserve the slot in the first place? And that boost onto Mason already. Here we go, the self-destruct as well as that Blizzard. Snowballs being tossed around, charged there from Hidiak, and from behind it's a Deadeye. The 2 Maze going down already. Action on all fronts. Max though gonna get DMEC. Bips using that nano boost earlier on. Saber though torn apart by Maffin. And NGV pretending to play the defender here. AKIHABARA Encounter looking like the attackers in terms of positioning. But what's important here for Japanese squad is to protect this payload. And 2 go down. Beautiful shatter there from Mason. Here comes Step going to the high ground. And this D.Va gonna hide. We'll have to contest. Will Max spot things out? D.Va versus D.Va of the slowest engagement of them all. But Step now sacrificing life for the greater good. Gonna be on that payload. Yuri's gonna be stepping on. Ice block to stall for time. And here we go with the wrecking ball from Hidiak. Getting that boop on. Pile driver now into the back line. Might go for Mazless. Not gonna be enough. Self-destruct though here and now. Not gonna find any targets. And takeoff to the Tracer, Savior on that Lucio. Hidiak still playing that Wrecking Ball. Overall speed kills here and now for NGV. But AKIHABARA has decided, hey, we're gonna put some spike traps on. And they will take the 16th slot to face off against Bayaba. A 2-0 here in this best of 3. And a well-deserved victory for AKIHABARA ENCOUNT.
Play of the game.
Play of the game goes over to Mason. And okay, it's finally time to figure out what happened. Actually, no ice wall. Just stand still, gets the shatter. And just Hidiak, unfortunately, putting that shield on down. AKIHABARA has shown that they truly belong in this season playoffs. NGV, there is always next season at the end of the month. But goddamn, AKIHABARA ENCOUNT. What a show there. And Bayaba might actually have to look a little scared against this quote-unquote 16th slot. But if I were a betting man, you know that top 1 seed is always a scary fight. So AKIHABARA ENCOUNT does have a lot of work to put in. So anyway, before we end things up and wrap things over, let's check out those maps real quick. Yep, 2 maps there. AKIHABARA ENCOUNT taking both. No third map forced out by NGV. Highly unfortunate, but overall it was really AKIHABARA's match. They deserved to take that W. They deserved to pretty much win it all after such a good showing on Ilios. King's Row, a lot more competitive. You always see great competition on King's Row. Everyone, like I said, knows how to play KR to begin with. And yeah, that was, you know, that was such a fun romp. Like I said before, I love the NGV guys, and I love to see them have a hotter start into the future at the end of the month. Just a little more for NGV. They might be able to be more consistent on that playoff spot and be able to make it happen. In the meantime, AKIHABARA ENCOUNT, like I said before, they really have been a stable team, stable to get into the playoffs. If they don't make it to something higher this season, there's always the next, which they can make. They can probably make it to. And the thing about this season, guys, is if I remember correctly, it's a top 8 from Open Division after the playoffs. But we'll go to trials. It's no longer top 4, so that means the first round of winners, the first round of losers, and the second round. Oh, so it's first round winners, losers, second round winners, losers. After you're done with those 4 rounds, whoever is still in the tournament are gonna be your top 8. So that is truly the goal here for each and every one of the top 16 teams. And we'll be seeing who's gonna be there. So if you guys want a quick little preview, I made a little something. It's not gonna be for the stream, but we are gonna be doing this. There you go, guys. So a little slideshow for the teams. It's something cute. Hopefully we can use this for a few promotions. Who's gonna be there? Kai's group rebranding to FES Academy BTTB. And that's Aries Gaming, a rebrand of Speed Game GG. I believe 2 NNT squads did come in. And yeah, AKIHABARA ENCOUNT your 16th slot. So that's gonna be tomorrow. We're gonna start things off as soon as possible. There is no confirmation yet on the time, but that should be 2 p.m. GMT plus 8. At the same time, twitch.tv/Far East Society will also do their own stream, and we'll get more details on that. Gonna be going to post about it. Hopefully, the Overwatch page can pick up as well. And on to the match itself. Before we go, MVPs. Dude, either the Reinhardt or the McCree for sure. Like, absolutely solid. I would say Mason had the bigger plays, but just the McCree. Just the McCree there, absolutely scary. Getting those very, very quick pickoffs. Yeah, Bayava is waiting for the end of this results, and there you go. 2-0 for Akihabara. And yeah, guys, yep, short stream, 30 minutes, yeah, whatever. I love that one. You guys have been pretty sweet today. Oof. You guys, come on, compliments. I feel so touched. You know, I've seen compliments on my own stream. I'm feeling safe in my safe space. And yeah, the contenders guys really deserve to get an owl. But we'll see. We'll see where this goes. I really want to be able to cover this more regularly. That's my real goal here. Hopefully we can pick up open division again beyond. I don't think there's the Taiwanese stream anymore. So yeah, like maybe go for the English cast again. Quick little FYI guys, I did do a official English cast last 2018 for the very last season, but it didn't really get too much notice. It was okay. For 2019, I decided to focus more on Path to Pro, but and then World Cup happens. I really didn't have time to do for casting. But we're back in 2020, and while personally I'm burnt out of playing the game of Overwatch, I'm here to cast. I still love casting Overwatch. I still love hosting things. So yeah, that's pretty much my goals for this. And what are the goals for the teams? We're going to be seeing that tomorrow in the playoffs. Anyway guys, I've been Daks. If you guys want to check my socials, it's right below me. And of course, you're on twitch.tv/BacksPH. I'll see you guys tomorrow for some more playoff action. And it's been fun. It's been great. Till next time, have a good night.